Welcome to this review and overview of Options Weekly Paycheck System B version 2.0. Now, Options Weekly Paychecks has been around for a while, and it's the reason why many of our students have written into us with their success stories. Why so? Well, it provides a high probability system that's pretty simple and straightforward to trade, and you just need to show up and do the system. It's on a micro swing basis, so it gives us a lot more opportunity versus regular swing types of systems. Now, this is an approach that takes advantage of a certain edge in the marketplace, which is the weekly price cycle. And so we have two strategies actually in this system that we use to exploit the opportunity. In a nutshell, this system is a long-time powerful system, and it's something that you could pretty much get started doing right away. Of course, you want to study the system, build your confidence in it, right? Because also you need to study and practice the system so you actually execute it correctly in real time. See, the thing is, and we're just dealing with a student question, is that you need to really actually and factually learn the system, right? And then compared to anything else, it doesn't really take that long. But it's the ability to act and react in real time that takes some practice. You know, like in music performance or sports performance, you're going to need to do it a few times to actually get used to putting on a show in front of people and so on and so forth. Well, in trading, you don't really need to put on a show in front of people. You just need to simply, trade well. And then if you can trade in a methodical way that's fairly simplistic and just be calm doing so, and just use a money management progression. So you start small. Hey, just start with one contract on options. Okay, just one. And then build up your confidence and belief in the system. I mean, it's pretty simple. But those who are looking to rush ahead usually make mistakes, and then they start doubting the system, or they go through a big emotional storm, wondering if their mother dropped them on their head and all these types of things. And so you don't want to do that. You just need to simply do a good job at learning the system and apply it. So I can't promise you future returns, but the past performance has been very solid. Okay, and it's why? Because it's, again, like I was talking about in System A, it's based on certain, you could say, universal principles. Okay, it's just a certain type of cycling and price action, whereas we just simply look to get in front of the price with a position, and we look to just take the trades and let the marketplace give us money. All right, I mean, you net out the revenues minus the cost. The revenues are, the profits. Well, they're not profits yet. They're just money in versus the cost of money out, which are wins versus losses, right? And then as you subtract the losses from the wins, you have a net profit. Now, that may sound obvious, but it's not so obvious to most people, in that they don't understand that they need to keep doing the deals in a very simple way in order to net out a profit continually over time, like a business. A lot of people go for these one-hit wonders and want some magic. I don't know what they're going for. Well, I do know what they're going for. They're going for an emotional euphoria, okay? And a lot of people are actually looking for some sort of validation from the marketplace that they can be bad and do the wrong thing and be approved and given money. Think about that. And that's pretty deep if you think about it. And you know what? In this society, we've been kind of trained that way. I mean, it's gotten worse over time, up to the point of this recording at least, where they're trying to tell you bad is good and good is bad, okay? They're trying to tell you bad food is good food. They're trying to tell you that it's good to be fat and unhealthy and, whatever. They're trying to tell you it's good to be totally corrupt and just a disaster. They're saying, no, that's good. Well, it sounds kind of like an enemy, right? Well, if we can realize that and what's going on, then we can say, hey, well, what's going on here? I'm not going to just listen to anyone anymore or just do what the crowd is doing because it's stupid. Let me just start doing some smart things. Let's stop doing stupid things and let's start doing smart things. So eventually you're going to learn that, hey, there's a right thing to do and a wrong thing to do. And if we just do the right things in trading, even though we may not feel like it emotionally, right? You should know how that goes by now, hopefully. Or, unfortunately, really. That if we just simply do the right thing, even though we don't feel like it, then, hey, we can do well. Right? So, you know what, a good story to go study in this process is that guy, it's one of my favorite traders, Dan Zanger. He has a great story. He was a pool cleaner in Florida, okay? And pardon me if I get any of this incorrect, but as far as I remember reading it at the time, and he put 50 grand into his trading account 8 times, something like that. And he lost his money 8 times in a row. So 50 grand, 50 grand, 50 grand, 50 grand. Okay. Then eventually he says, you know what? I give up. I'll stop being a little brat, a punk, trying to be bad and look for a reward from the marketplace. I'll be good. Okay. No, I'm not saying he's actually said this, but it's kind of reminds me of the thinking process that goes along with this. So I'll be good and I'll just do the right things. I'll use money management. I'll predefine my risk per trade. If it doesn't work, it stops out. Sorry, I go on to the next trade. I trade these high probability price action scenarios and I just keep doing the deals. And guess what happened? He became the Guinness World Record holder for trading. Okay, this guy had the greatest return in I forgot the percentage, but it was in 18 months, I believe. He took, what did he take, 30 grand and turned it into 30 million or 20 million. I looked that up, but something massive, right? But he did it in stocks. Now, of course, he did this in 1999, but he was prepared, okay? If he didn't learn those lessons about stop trying to get validation for being bad, okay, and just simply do the right thing, even though it may not feel right and your emotions want to do something else, then when you come to that point, which he did, and you're ready with where the market is doing well in terms of moving around up and down, then you can make fortunes. But you know what? Even though the markets aren't as dramatic as before, you can still make fortunes. Okay, how do you do that? Well, you can just ride basic moves with bigger position size as your account grows. You don't need the drama moves, but if you want drama moves, check out our options weekly paycheck system, the index weekly paycheck system. Okay, or just use this one on cash indices. They move around kind of similar to the good old internet stock days. Okay, let's go look at some performance here. Let's just see what's up here already. You may need to put some more tracks up here. Let's see. This is from the old ad copy, sales, whatever you call it. And here's the first set of trades, second set of trades. Okay, like I mentioned, we have 2 strategies in the system. We just simply do them over and over. And then you can see here, we even have winning percentage over here for trade B. Trade A is this one, first set, and trade B is the second set. So we put winning percentage up here, just not that it matters, but because what matters? What matters is net profit, right? Of course, it does matter some. You need to coordinate your position size, and you need to have enough money to be able to handle different winning percentages on a system. And then, of course, you need to actually learn how to trade it well in real time so you don't miss trades and make mistakes, right? So anyways, I would say you don't need a whole lot to get started, okay? You don't need because, first of all, this cycle is pretty, I can't promise you future results, but cycle tends to be from trade A, pretty good. Okay, pretty good winning percentage. Second set usually has a higher winning percentage in here, and when you have 95% winning, okay, that's pretty cool, right? I'm not saying that's going to be all the time, but it's pretty high. Let's see over here. Okay, Caterpillar, you can see, let's look at their results. So we have 6 months of results here and win 207 points. All right, that's really good. Put the points of trade A and trade B together, and that's the 6 months. Hey, that's pretty massive actually on win, even at that time. So you can see the tabulations we did here: 4.74 profit points, options profit points, approximate, per week. Okay, so here we have Caterpillar and this performance sample, which is 6 months. So we have 83% on the trade A, it looks like. Or maybe it looks like it's reversed because it says day 2. So 83% on trade B, 67 on trade 1. But what's the net profit? 89 points on Caterpillar on stock points. That's that's a lot of points. Okay. Yeah, all right, even at that time. So we have CLF, which basically it's out of the game these days, but you had 87% on the second one, 71%. Then you had net profit points, stock points, 150 for 6 months. So you get more points here because why? Well, we have 2 strategies, and then also we have micro swing trading. So we have moves inside of what you see on the day bars with high precision entries. So you're getting access to profitable scenarios for grabbing price action profit, where you wouldn't have those scenarios if you're just doing basic swing trading, So that's why you're able to see these types of get profit points. Anyways, I'm running out of time in this intro overview review video. I'll probably just have to make more. You can come to the sales page here and check out more information. This is a great system. Hey, we just let it go for students that did so well. We decided to keep it up there. You can see a couple of the testimonials on here. He took up 30 grand, 500, and I think 4 months, was it? Yeah. Then he just kept on moving. Okay, military guy, knows how to be systematic and disciplined. Now, LH, not allowed to say her name. She didn't want to say her name. She was funny. You can read her testimonial. And so she doubted the system. She's like, which is natural, right? You should. That's why you need to test it out a lot and study it a lot. Okay? And so finally she's like, I'll just start it. I'm just going to do what they said. I'll just start. And then she writes us a few times, and she's like, what's going on? It's actually working. I thought it was a scam. And so and then a few weeks later she made 240 grand in a week. So she pushed her money management a little, but not a whole lot, because the options are pretty cheap. You can see that story. Anyways, so you can see that. So we told her what to do in terms of, hey, you have a mortgage and your debts, and also remember your taxes. So do that first before you get carried away and go, blow it on who knows what. But so she's like, awesome. So anyways, you can read that. It's pretty cool. And we want your story up here too. We love to see you hit up in high 6 figures, 7 figures, 8 figures, and let us know. That's just fun to hear. Anyways, come on over to Options Weekly Paycheck System B at optionsweeklypaychecks.com. That's a great system. Thanks.